preliminary drawing with watercolour marker of some sheep and a couple of lambs on A2 mixed media paper. And I've got my interactive acrylics ready: cerulean blue, French ultramarine, burnt umber, cad red, cad yellow, and tinting white. And I'm still kind of pondering how to treat this, because these sheep are up on Dartmoor. There's quite a nice landscape behind, but I really like the idea, my original idea, of having quite a dramatically, colourful sky, which is completely not representative of what's going on there. So I think I'm going to stick with that, but I might put a couple of elements of a distant landscape in the background. So I'm going to begin by spraying the paper with water, just so that I'm not painting on a completely dry surface. And as you can see, that also makes my watercolour lines run and spiral off in interesting directions. Put a little bit of water onto the palette with the spray as well. And then I'm going to begin with a decorator's brush. So a fairly chunky one here. I think it's about 2 inches. Yeah, 2-inch brush. I'll grab some of the white, some of the water that's gone down into the corner of my palette there. A little touch of the cerulean blue to begin with. And we'll just begin by putting in some of that light blue. I'm going to introduce some wilder colours in a moment, but just to begin with, get a little bit of pale blue going in across the top. And you can see the paint's kind of running out there, but that gives me some nice texture. Let me just move my... Oh no, you can see that. Okay. So I was going to move the camera, but I think it's okay. I think you can see everything. So having done that, let's now grab just a little touch of red and a little more blue, a little more of the cerulean. And I'm going to put some pure white on the edge of my brush on the corner, and we'll see what effects this gives us. So I kind of play around with different angles of the brush and different brush strokes. Now, because the paint ran out over on the left before, I don't want that to happen again, so I'm just going to have the run out spot somewhere else from left to right. So just came in from the left then. Now the paper's starting to sag a little bit there, so because I've sprayed it with water. I thought I was going to be able to get away without tape, but I might have to tape that in a minute. But anyway, we'll persevere for the moment. Now the cool thing is, when we've got the paint nice and fluid as we have, I can just kind of create wispy bits by teasing the edges of those marks out. And you can use that to suggest rain if you want, because up on Dartmoor you often get quite a lot of rain, not to put too fine a point on it. And you can see that sort of streaming down across the sky at times. Now, having done that, let's grab a little bit more red. Mix that in with the white. And I think what I'm going to do is just leave a little bit of bare paper between the stuff I've put down already. And the stuff I'm putting down now. So we've got some rather strange and dramatic lighting going on in the sky, but that was kind of the intention. I'm just cleaning my brush out a little bit now, because for the lower part of the sky, I don't think I want to include any landscape now. I think I'm sticking with my original idea from the live stream the other day, but I do want to make this sky down near the horizon a lot paler. So coming back in with the white, I'll grab just a little bit of that colour I was using before. A little touch of the blue, a little touch of the burnt umber, a little bit more blue, and we'll see what this looks like. And sort of going against convention a little bit perhaps, I'm just going to, as you can see, put in some vertical brush strokes for the distant sky. It's still not quite as light as I would like, so I've just added a little bit more white. And I don't mind too much at all if some of the paper showing and some of the spirally marks around the sheep still show. That's fine. Bit of red left on the brush there. Didn't manage to get that. Let's just blend that in a touch. Okay, so we've got the beginnings of a sky there. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep the red as strong as it is. Perhaps things are perhaps a little angrier in the sky there than I intended, really. But we'll come back to that in a moment. What I'm going to do now is grab some of the cadmium yellow and mix that in with what's left of the white and a little bit of that reddish colour. And we'll use this colour to block in very quickly a textured layer for the foreground. All right, well, having established the sky and the land in some form at least, then time to move on to the animals. So switching to a 1-inch flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to start off with this sheep off in the distance here, and I want this animal to almost disappear into the sky, really. So I'm going to take some of the tinting white and just going to mix in a little of the yellow, just a touch of the